Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell from the title of the video, today is a 4 looks 4 palettes video. These are the 4 palettes I'll be using today. 2 are from Colourpop, the Twilight palettes. 1 is from Beaute Bar. I've been wanting the recently de-influenced palette for quite some time, and the Avatar Air palette. I've also been wanting that for quite some time. I have used the 2 Colourpop and the Beaute Bar, but I just filmed reels with those. I didn't actually film a long form video with them. And the Avatar Lethal Cosmetics I have not touched, but I'm excited to create an eye look with that for you. Okay, yeah, so I'm super excited. I hope you enjoy the eye looks. If you are new here, hi, hello, I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button, hopefully choose to stay for a while. I feel like one of the things I include in my video the most is certainly eye looks. So if you're somebody who looks for inspiration on eye looks, this is definitely the channel for you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate every single one of you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, my loves, we are going to start with Lethal Cosmetics Avatar The Last Airbender Air palette. This is a collaboration. Is it for the movie or the cartoon? Because there's a cartoon and then they did a live action movie, which was okay. I feel like it was condensed a little too much, but that's a story for a different day. I'm a Gemini. Birthday just passed now 3 days ago, June 7th, and Gemini is an air sign. Out of all of the palettes, even though they were all absolutely stunning, this one is just the one that called out to me, which is funny because I feel like the color story is kind of all over the place in this palette. And honestly, I feel like that's how I feel most of the time. I can definitely put together some eye looks with this color story. I'm super excited to create an eye look for you all. Face is halfway done. Let me tell you what I have on makeup wise, and I'll probably keep it the same for all 4 eye looks. If not, I'm gonna drive myself crazy. Makeup by Mario Foundation, mixed a tiny bit of the MAC Studio Radiance, and I'll link shades down below. I always give you the exact shade. Givenchy concealer, ABH contour stick, semi-haze cream bronzer, and Rhode Skin cream blush in Date Cake. Powdered with the Charlotte blush and face powder palette duo. Flawless pink for my under eyes, and RMS loose powder for the rest of my face. And that's all I have on. Eye primer is Urban Decay. So I think I'm gonna jump in to this pretty mustard yellow, this nude, and I think I want to use that shimmer. I know, crazy. For somebody who doesn't like blue too much, I sure do use it more often than not, don't I? This is the E08 from Singe Beauty, and I'm first gonna jump into that yellow tone, and I'm tapping first so I can get the most pigment payoff. I do enjoy, well, so far, because the only Lethal Cosmetics palette I have personally tried is the Adventure Time, but so far all the eye looks I have created with that palette I do really enjoy. Okay, I don't think you'll be able to see this tone here. Oh, I didn't even tell you. Egg Custard Tart is the yellow shade, and Air Temple is the nude tone. We'll see if you can actually see it. This is the Alamar Fluffy Crease Brush. I think it's mostly just gonna make the yellow look a little bit lighter and brighter and airbrushed on the edges, which is fine. It's totally fine. I'll definitely be using that as my inner corner shade. Okay, now we're gonna use the blue, which is called Ang. Looks like an icy blue. And some of these pans do have this embossment. You can't really see it because it's a shimmer. And this feels almost wet. Okay. NYX glitter glue is on, I forgot to tell you. And then I think I am going to use a tiny bit of Moon Peach in the front portion. I just realized that I did not bring you in closer. It's too late now. I'll do it for the second eye look. Apologies. I am gonna use Air Temple as my inner corner shade. This is the B4 from Blend Bunny, no longer available, but any little longer fluffy pencil brush will work. I don't know if I want to add like an outer corner deepening shade or leave it like this. If I do, it might just be like an eyeliner on the outer corner. Okay, but let me go ahead, finish off the rest, and be right back. All right, my loves, I am back. Here is the completed face. It's very windy outside, by the way. All right, let me tell you what I finished the face off with. I went into the What's Up Beauty bronzer shade 30. I mixed both the Dior in 077 Candy and the Unearthly Incandescent Glowing Blush in Flame. Both absolutely beautiful. For highlighter, I went into the Odin's Eye, I think Warm Sunshine. It was part of the Solomon 2 collection, so it's no longer available. They do have some highlighters available right now. I don't know if any of them have a orange warm kind of finish like this one. Charlotte Tilbury brow pencil, Sephora brow gel, What's Up Beauty mascara. Oh, and I did add the Give Beauty eyeliner, the blue one. It's like not shimmery, but it does have a tiny bit of sparkle in it. Bath water, something like that. I don't know if it's still at Sephora. I don't think they were doing so well and we're slowly fading out of Sephora. And then for the lips, I have on Natasha Denona lip liner in Clio, a tiny bit of Rhode Skin right in the center in Balance, and MAC Cosmetics. This is the Powder Kiss liquid lip color in It's Personal. And I heard that that new NYX matte balm thing, similar formula to this. I did order one from Ulta, so I will definitely be comparing the two. And I think that's everything. So here is the eye look with this Avatar Air palette from Lethal Cosmetics. This eye look is not going to be for everyone. It's definitely different, but I actually like it. Okay, let me send you on off to the second palette and the second eye look. I don't know yet what it is, but you're about to find out. Okay, now we're going to create eye look number 2 with palette number 2, which is the New Moon palette from Colourpop Cosmetics. They had a sale for Memorial Weekend and I purchased this one in the Twilight. For the second eye look, we're gonna use this beautiful palette right here. Let me go ahead and get some primer on my eyelids, bring you a tiny bit closer, and then we can get started with the second eye look. Okay, I just filmed with some new e.l.f. products, so I unfortunately did change my base. I went into the e.l.f. New Halo Skin Tint shade 6, tiny bit of shade 5 mixed in with it because I got a little sample card. Givenchy concealer, e.l.f. liquid contour and bronzer shade number 3, the tint from e.l.f. as my cream blush, powdered with the e.l.f. Halo Glow pressed powder, and used the One Size Pink powder for my under eyes. For bronzer, I went into the Hourglass Bronze Light Diffused bronzer, and then used the Unearthly in Blaze, the new blushes, and then At Last from the face palette I created from Hourglass. And I don't have any highlighter on. On the lips, I have one of the new skin tints from e.l.f. and Christian Audet lip liner in Smooches. Yeah, that was not on purpose. I'm just trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And I need to hurry up because my kids, you hear that? Okay. Geez, I already played with this once for a reel. So I think for today, we're gonna go a little bit more on the brown side. So Your Everything, this one here, Victoria Beckham 21 brush. I need to hurry up because okay, yeah, yeah, this mama is struggling. These kids, my gosh, why do I look orange? Seriously, why do I look orange? Okay. I'm gonna jump into this tone here, Marry Me.
Look.
If you were to ask me if I am Team Edward or Team Jacob, I am 100% Team Edward. I don't know if it's just the way he loves her. He's just so classy about it, you know, telling Bella that he won't do anything that she wants to do unless she marries him. Like, very old school, you know, very classic. And you're either for that or you're not, and that's fine. But I definitely am Team Edward fan, have been since I saw the movies, and I don't think I ever changed my mind. Okay, now for shimmers. I think I want to do this one and this one. Face Punch, and that's gonna go right in the middle. I did put NYX glitter glue on, and then to blend out that mustardy cream nude, I used an Alamar fluffy crease brush. Oh, and I didn't even tell you what eye primer I went in to, the Rare Beauty eye primer. Okay, Wolfpack, that pretty, sorry, my finger is stained from the e.l.f. lip stains. Oh, this is pretty. Definitely feels a little gritty, like it might be a glitter hybrid. Okay, I'm gonna use this lightest shimmer because I feel it's one of the only ones that we can use as an inner corner. This is the one that I used in the front portion of my lid, and it's a translucent base, and it has all kinds of glitter sparkles: purple, green, pink, yellow, blue. I am gonna wet my brush. I am looking so warm. What is going on? And it's cloud coverage outside, so B4 from Blend Bunny, no longer available, but just a long little pencil brush will work just fine. And I'm tapping this. This is more of a metallic, shifty kind of shimmer. All right, let me finish off the face and I'll come back to show you the full completed look. All right, here is the completed face. All I added was Dior highlighter, pink halo, and mascara, the What's Up Beauty mascara. But here it is. Here is the second eye look with this New Moon palette from Colourpop Cosmetics. So pretty, so warm tone. It's just perfect. All right, let me scoot you on out. All right, this is the second time. Is it the second time? I think so. Second time using this New Moon palette from Colourpop Cosmetics from the Twilight movies. And this color story is so pretty. So pretty. I'm really enjoying it. There is 2 pops of red in there. I think it flows well with the palette itself. It's just, this color story is perfect. I also feel like there's different textures for the shimmers, which kind of helps you get different eye looks. It's a good one. I got it on sale. I'm so happy I picked it up. Definitely worth the $13 or $14 that I paid for it. All right, let me send you on off to eye look number 3 with palette number 3. All right, my loves, let's get started with the third palette and the third eye look, and that's with the Twilight palette from Colourpop Cosmetics. I do remember when this first was launched, everybody went wild. I feel my generation did. It's a pretty cool toned palette, but I feel like the blues that I see in here are not the scary blues that I feel are scary. They're the blues that I'm the more comfortable with. So yeah, and I also saw some very beautiful eye looks created with this. I have already used this once and I did really enjoy the eye look I created. So I'm excited to create another one. Let me bring you in closer. Is that good? Okay, now, which way am I going to go. I did keep the makeup the same. I don't have powder bronzer, powder blush, highlighter, any of the other stuff. So I might change the blush. We'll see. So I think I'm going to create a blue and green eye look. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Irrevocably. And this is a Singe Evo 8. And I think I'm gonna do a smoky eye look today. Hopefully I can create what I'm thinking in my head, because sometimes it just doesn't translate, you know? I do have the MAC paint pot in soft ochre, and I'm gonna put it only on the outer corner. Okay, trust the process. I'm now going to jump in to this one. Hopefully it's a little bit lighter than Irrevocable 17. This is a fluffy Alamar Cosmetics crease brush, and this is what I'm gonna use to soften up and blend out the edges of that blue. I'm not picking too much product, and I'm also being very, I guess, clumsy with it, because I think the shadows, the sparkle is what's going to make this eye look special. Sorry, I'm covering you. Okay, dogs are barking crazy, so apologies for that. I did purchase the Glimmer Grasp from Unearthly Cosmetics. NYX is the only other glitter glue that I have ever used. I purchased another one of the incandescent glowy blushes, so I added this to my order, as well as the little sponge, which, wow, I love this. But this is what I have on today. First time testing it, so hopefully it goes well. So far my lids feel sticky, so that's good. I think I'm gonna do green and blue. So I think I'll do this one, and then I'll top it with a tiny bit of this. It looks like a blue. Lion and Lamb. I feel like this green is maybe more of a metallic than a super special glimmery kind of shimmer. And that's fine, because I can just add a little bit of a more sparkly one to give it more dimension, but that's beautiful. All right, now I'm gonna add Immortal right on top. Hopefully it will give the eye look tiny bit pops of blue. Not take it over, I'm barely dipping my finger in there. Okay, now I'm gonna jump into the light blue Unconditionally. It's like a very light, it's a very light blue. This is B4 from Blend Bunny, and it's what I'm going to use as my inner corner shade. And I'm also going to bring it down, because I think I only went about halfway in, and it's going to go on the rest of the lower lash line. Okay, let me finish off camera and I'll be right back. All right, my loves, here is the third eye look with the third palette from Colourpop Cosmetics, the Twilight palette. I did change the highlighter. I went into the Green Goddess highlighter from Beaute Bar, because it does have a tiny bit of a green shift. And then I also went into the new Unearthly blush that I purchased, Mystic, which is like a pretty mauve tone. I felt it just went better with the mood for today. It looks matte, but it is an incandescent glowing blush. And then for the lips, because I'm pretty sure second eye look was a warm tone with that Colourpop New Moon palette. So this time I went into Graveyard Dirt from Wicked Widow Beauty, and a tiny bit of Christian Audette lip liner in Smooches. But yeah, here it is, the third eye look with the third eyeshadow palette for this video. I actually think this eye look is beautiful. It's not something I would choose quite often, but I definitely do get in the mood for eye looks like this from time to time. Let me scooch you on out. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this eye look. Let me know if you ended up picking this palette up. I think it's been well over a year now since it was launched. Yeah, because New Moon came after this one. I'm enjoying it. I think this is the second or third time I've used it, and even though it's a cool tone palette, I'm actually really enjoying it. Again, let me know if you have this palette. I know some of you girlies and fellas aren't cool tone fanatics, and I totally get it, but I am enjoying this palette so far. Let me send you on over to I Look 4 with palette number 4, the last and final one for this video. All right, my loves, I'm back to start I Look number 4 with the 4th eyeshadow palette, and it's from Beaute Bar, the recently de-influenced palette. I've been wanting this palette since I saw it. I think it's been about 2 years since it was launched, and it was like $72 or $74. Yeah. I took advantage for the last sale that Beaute Bar had. Since I still want this after over a year of it being launched, I decided to pick it up. And as you can see, it's a predominantly warm tone palette with a couple of pops of cool tones, but it's just so pretty. I feel Beaute Bar has a good matte formula, but when it comes to the shimmers, that's where they just knock it out of the park. We're gonna get started on an eye look. I did change the eye base and used the Rare Beauty eye base this time. Okay, before we get started, let me bring you in closer. Is that good? That's good. Gosh, I have used this only once, I think. And I used green and purple in the eye look. So for today, hopefully we can go a different route. I'm looking at pink and orange. Okay, I'm gonna use this Artitude Cosmetics. It's like a flat, fluffy brush. There's no name or number on it. And we're gonna start with this one here, Lash Lighting. The cover art, I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I get where recently de-influenced comes from, because I think at the time, the whole de-influencing thing was a thing. So we're gonna put this in the outer corner. Oh, that's a beautiful, like, raspberry pink, right? Okay, there it is. Beautiful, bright, bold, all of the things I absolutely love when it comes to a colorful eye look. Beaute Bar is a cruelty-free and vegan brand, so obviously they need to get pigment somehow, right? That usually creates staining on the eyelids, but I usually, especially when doing a colorful eye look, clean my eye makeup off after cleansing with an oil-based makeup remover. Using that definitely helps take everything completely off, and I don't have staining when I use that method. Very rarely does it not work. Okay, this is the Victoria Beckham 21. It's a dual-sided brush, but I'm gonna use the little fluffy side. Okay, so Feud. And this is what I'm gonna use to blend out the edges of that beautiful raspberry pink. I'm also gonna bring it in here. Okay, I'm gonna use a tiny bit of the darkest, I think that's the darkest one, Energy Vampire in the palette. This is a B1 from Blunt Bunny. No longer available, but it's just like a small precision brush for the outer corner. Deepen it up tiny bit. Okay, Unearthly glitter glue is on, and I'm looking at this shade here. Is it this one? Yeah, now looking at it, it's fine. My kids are being very loud. Collab. It looks like it might be, oh yeah, duochrome, multichrome, whatever it is. It's very intense. That's gonna go right here. Oh yeah, that's I want to say Duo or Triochrome. All right, now I'm having a difficult time picking. I think I'll go for this one here, and then I think this one that I'm gonna use, Bold Glamour. It looks like purple and pink, like a shifty purple and pink. This eye look is kind of all over the place, isn't it? We will make it work. All right, this is what we got. Pulled out my Glaminatrix palette because I want to use the lightest nude. I kind of want to see if I can make a light pink, so I want to mix it with the first shade I used, Lash Lighting. This is a B4, so I'm gonna dip a tiny bit into the pink, and then a tiny bit more into the Glaminatrix. None of the Beauty Bar palettes that I own in my collection have a very light nude or a white. So I dip a tiny bit into the pink and then a whole lot of into the nude. And it's just gonna give me like a light pink tone. You see it? Okay, perfect. All right, let me finish off camera and I'll be right back to show you the completed look. All right, my loves, I'm back. Makeup is completed. I did change blush, highlighter, and the lips. For blush, I went in to the Say Super Suede in Chowl. This formula is so stunning, and the Unearthly formula is, if not identical, so close to this one here. In case you didn't know, FYI, I love this formula, and probably why I love the new Unearthly blushes and why I went ahead and purchased a second shade. For highlighter, I went into the Odin's Eye, what is it called? Warm Sunshine, I think. So pretty. It has like an orangey shift to it. It came out with Solomon 2. I don't believe it's available anymore, but I'm pretty sure they do have a highlighter available currently in their line that has a more warm tone shift to it. For lips, Dominique Cosmetics Lip Trim in Soft Brownie and the new e.l.f. tint in Plums Up. Okay, but here it is. Here is the fourth eye look with the fourth palette. Recently de-influenced from Bella Beauty Bar. Let me scooch one out. Okay, even though I used glitter glue, and I always do, it doesn't always 100% prevent creasing. Sometimes, just because of the nature of the shimmery formula that I use, some of them, they end up creasing anyways. This one here that I used in the front portion, it already looks like it's probably going to end up creasing by the end of the day. It's just so soft, so emollient. I sometimes feel that the ones that have a little bit more texture to it stick better to my eyelids. I have very oily eyelids. I put cream on it, I wash my face, like I do everything that I need to do. They are just still pretty oily eyelids. And sometimes the glitter glue does prevent from the shimmer creasing, and sometimes it just doesn't. But what I do know is that when I don't use glitter glue, the creasing is insane. Like some of the pigment actually comes off right where the crease is. It just looks worse when I don't use glitter glue. I know some people say like, no, glitter glue that's fine, but for me, that's what the case is. It prevents creasing, not all the time. Okay. I'm really enjoying this palette. This is only, I think, the second eye look I've created with this. Might be the third eye look. Now, I feel like unless you are comfortable mixing tones like I do, where I go from like cool tone and warm tone, I would probably stick to a color story. So if you want to go warm and do the pinks, stick with the pinks. If you want to go with the pinks and the oranges, stick with that. If you want to go with the green, stick with green. Yeah, because I feel like it can definitely get out of hand if you're not comfortable mixing warm tones and cool tones. I enjoy this eye look. I think it's beautiful. It's definitely not something I would wear, you know, on a day-to-day basis, but I do think this eye look is very pretty, very colorful, and very out there. All of the palettes that I used for this video are so pretty. I enjoy playing with color. It's definitely not what I choose for my everyday today. I am a basic AF girl. I am. Mostly because I'm lazy, but when I do create colorful eye looks, I remember how much I love it. Yeah, I'm pretty much lazy sometimes. Indie brands. I feel like indie brands bring out the artistic, colorful side in me. All of these palettes I absolutely love, enjoy playing with them, and will keep playing with them. Keep in mind, this video is not meant for me to make you think like, oh, I need those palettes. No, you can probably find something in your current collection and create very similar eye looks. I bought these palettes recently, wanted to play with them, wanted to create eye looks with them, and just wanted to bring you along that journey. So I hope you enjoyed the eye looks. Let me know if you have any of the palettes that I used in today's video, because I feel most of them are older launches, so some of you might have them. Okay, that's going to be it for this 4 eye looks, 4 palettes video. All right, my loves, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Honestly and truthfully, you guys have no idea how much I love and appreciate you. Sitting right here in front of this window, in front of this camera, I love this. It helps me just kind of mentally recharge, you know, from being a stay-at-home mom, from being a wife, from everything that comes from my day-to-day life. This here, it helps me, kind of like running does, and exercise. I started reading. Can you believe that? I feel like it's a trend right now, but I've been telling myself for so many years, and I do mean so many years, 10+ years, that I need to start reading. Finally, I'm doing it. So at night before bed, when I'm winding down and it's getting close to bedtime, I do my Bible study, and then I pick up whatever book. Well, so far it's only one, but I'm almost done with it. So yeah, so that's exciting for me because I've been telling myself for so many years, you need to start reading, and I don't. And this time I took myself serious and I'm actually doing it, and I'm just so happy about it. All right, my loves, thank you again for being here. Let me know what you all do to help you wind down. I know there's a lot of readers out there right now. I feel like reading is definitely something that people are starting to do. It's becoming trendy. But you know what? If there's a trend that I'm going to be behind, is this one, because reading, it just recharges your brain. It does something to your brain, and it helps so much. So you should be so proud that you choose to use some of your free time to read. Good job. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I will see you all on my next video. Bye.